Is my screen visible? Just give me a thumbs up in the chat. Is the screen visible? All right, good. Okay. So today what we're going to do is we're going to understand about what data analytics is and what data science is, and what is the process of a data analytics project, what is the scope of being a data analyst and a data scientist, and what will be our curriculum about, how are we going to proceed with this course, what we will teach you, how we will teach you, and also little information about the certifications that you have a chance to get and the placements that we offer you. So I myself, as Rohit has already introduced, I'm Jatin. I'm one of the faculty members for data science and data analytics courses, and I run my own firm for data analytics solution. And I have around 14 years of working experience in the same field. So before starting and before learning about data analytics and data science, let's first understand what IM Skills about IM Skills. IM Skills is an online education institution. We are based out of India with our headquarters in New Delhi, but we have a presence in 45 plus countries across uh, the world. And when I say presence, I mean that we have students, diverse students from all over the world. We have students from Southeastern Asia. We have students from Europe, Africa, Americas. So that is the presence that we command in education, online education sector. So let us understand what are different types of data analytics. Broadly, data analytics can be divided into four types. And when I say four types, it is the type of analytics that you will do as a data analyst. You will either do one of them or a combination of them. But these are different type of analysis that you will carry out during your career as a data analyst or even a data scientist. So number one is descriptive analytics, which is the most basic form of analytics, where all you have to do is that you have an historical data of a company for last 5 years or 6 years or 10 years, and you summarize that historical data to understand what changes have occurred over the years. Now, these changes can be positive changes or negative changes. You have to look out for both because we have to enhance the positive changes and diminish the negative changes. So, as an analyst, you have to look out for all the changes that have happened during the course of time based on the historical data that has been presented by the company. You're basically summarizing that data, and that falls under descriptive analytics. Now comes diagnostic analytics, where what you do is now you have summarized the historical data and identified certain changes, certain outcomes. These can be positive outcomes or negative outcomes. In diagnostic analytics, you analyze further to investigate the reasons behind those outcomes, whether it is a positive outcome or whether it is a negative outcome. What is the reason behind that change, reason behind that output? That is what you analyze under diagnostic analytics. And then after that is predictive and prescriptive analytics. Predictive analytics is where you forecast what will happen in the future. All right. And based on historical data, you will predict the future trend, the future growth, uh, future sales, future revenue, whatever you want to, whatever the objective is, and using analytical algorithms, statistical algorithms like regression, you will forecast what is in the future based on the historical data. And now that you have the summarization of positive outcomes and negative outcomes, the reasons behind those outcomes, and the future forecasts, you do a prescriptive analytics where, based on all of these interpretations and conclusions, you recommend actions and strategies to the company. That is known as prescriptive analytics. All right. So basically, if you see this entire different type of analytics, they are related to each other, but it is not necessary that all of them have to be performed together. Sometimes the company will only want to get descriptive analytics, or they will tell you what is happening, what are the outcomes, and they will want you to do a diagnostic analytics for those outcomes. Or they already know the outcomes, they will tell you, just give us the forecasts. Or they will have the forecast and the outcomes, and they will tell you, just prescribe what are the strategic actions that we should take. So it is not necessary that all of these will be done all the time together. It can either be one of them or two of them. It particularly depends on the project, the objective, the scenario that the company currently is in. Moving ahead, let's understand about a data analytics process. And this process is a standardized process, which is applicable to any data analytics project, be it in any industry. So before understanding this process, I would like to tell you that data analytics is one field which is not bound by an industry or bound by a department. For example, people working in electronics would, be excelling in electronics. People working in healthcare would be working in healthcare. People working in sales department would be, rising in marketing and sales. People working in finance department would rise in finance, become CFO and all that. There are very rare cases where, there will be a multiple department role. But data analyst is one field where you are above all these companies and above all these roles and above all these departments. So a data analyst can work in a healthcare, a data analyst can work in an hospitality, a data analyst can work in manufacturing, data analyst can work in FMCG, e-commerce, anywhere. It can Data analyst can work in a sales department, data analyst can also analyze financial data, HR data, R&D data, operational data, logistics data. So a data analyst field or a job is above, it does not fall under a certain company or a certain domain or a certain department. It is applicable to all industries. It is applicable to all departments. And that is the scope of data analyst. That is the immense scope of data analyst that you are looking at. So you can be from any background and you can be a data analyst. And then in that particular field, you can apply for any department because now your job is to analyze data, and each department and each industry are are collecting data on daily basis in huge numbers, and they want that data to be analyzed. They want to understand their data. They want to understand the pattern in their data, and that is what a data analyst does or a data scientist does. So this process applies to all of the projects without any relevance to the industry or the department the project belongs to. So the number one step in this process is obviously data collection. You have an objective and you want to start a data analytics project. So obviously the basic requirement is that you want data to be analyzed. Now, the important point to note in this step is that you have to gather relevant data from different sources. Getting data from one source will always create bias because then you are looking at it only through one angle. And there are always multiple point of views to any scenario. So when you are collecting data, number one, you have to collect from different sources. And number two, the data that you are collecting should be relevant to your study or your objective. For example, if my objective is to check the effectiveness of an email marketing campaign, and I start collecting data from my finance department about balance sheet and P&L, that is not relevant to my study, right? So in data collection, always gather relevant data and from different sources. Number two, once you've collected that data will never be in same format because you're collecting it from different sources, you're collecting it in a different manner. Some of the data will be in Excel, some of the data will be in CSV, some of the data will be in JSON, some of the data will be in XML, some of the data will be in PDF. There will be different formats, different schema, uh, different type of data, unfiltered, filled with inaccuracies and inconsistencies. So in data cleaning, your job is to remove those inaccuracies, remove the inconsistencies, um, relate all the data in a standardized format. Either all the data is in CSV format, or all the data is in Excel format, or all the data is in a relational database. You have to make sure that your data is in same format. It is clean of inaccuracies. It is clean of inconsistencies, and there are no errors in that data. This is the second step, data cleaning. Once you collect data and you clean the data, now you have cleaned data from 10 different sources. The next step is data integration. Because even though now you have cleaned data, but because of 10 different sources, you will have 10 different cleaned data tables. Now these data tables, or let's call them data sheets, or let's call them 10 different Excel files to make it more simpler to understand. So you have cleaned 10 different Excel files. Now, if you perform analysis, you'll have to perform on each of them separately. So you'll have to perform the same analysis 10 times, which is waste of time and waste of resources. So in that scenario, data integration is very important. Data integration is combining data from different sources into a unified view. So you have data tables, data sheets, your Excel sheets from different sources. You have 10 sources, you have 10 Excel sheets. What you do is you combine that together into one single unified view so that you have one big Excel sheet on which you can perform the analysis altogether. That is what data integration consists. And once you have made a unified table, unified sheet, which is clean as well, and the data is relevant, then you can start your data analysis, which is the fourth step. In data analytics, what you do, you apply different statistical methods, computational methods that we will learn during this course, and you use those methods to extract insights from that data, extract outcomes and changes from that data, observations, basically. And once you make those observations, then comes the next part, which is the data interpretation, because you only know that what those observations mean. So you have to then make sense of the observation and results of the analysis part, and you have to write them or draw conclusions based on those observations. This is data interpretation. You did analysis, you got some observations, now you are interpreting that observations and drawing some conclusions. This is the data interpretation step. And after this, there are two steps, data visualization and reporting, which I feel is the most important stage and the most important steps of the data analytics process. And I'll explain you why. First of all, let's understand what is the data visualization and data reporting. It is very simple, as the name tells. Data visualization is that you present your data findings, what you have found, whatever results or outcomes you have found in a beautiful visual format by help of charts, graphs, and BI tools. That is, you create visualizations that look good, that look neat, and tries to depict whatever the outcomes and findings you have observed during your data analysis stage. And then comes the reporting, where you compile your observations, your charts, your interpretation, your conclusions, and you compile them in a structured report format, and you share it with the client or with your stakeholders or with your boss or with your team managers. Now, why did I say that this is the most important step? Because the visualizations, that is the charts and the graphs, and the report is the only thing that is visual, that is visible, or that is shared with the client or the customer or the stakeholders. So even if you have collected very relevant data, you have done an excellent job in cleaning the data, integrating the data, and you have done a very efficient analysis, and you have interpreted it correctly. But if you have a below average charts or irrelevant charts or a below average report, a non-structured report, a haphazard report, the client will reject it. The stakeholders will reject it. So that is why it is very important job. So even if till data interpretation, that is the step number 5, you perform really good, but your step number 6, visualizations, and 7, reporting, is below average, your report, your project will be rejected. And that is why is I consider it the most important steps, because this is the only thing that is visible to the external world. Your collection, cleaning, integration, analysis, interpretation is just being done by you. It will be only visible to you. The only work that will be visible to others apart from you is your visualizations and reporting. And that is why it has to be always on point. All right. Now, let's discuss various applications of data analytics. Now, as you see, Uh, data analytics can be, as I told you, it can be applied to any industry, any departments. So it can be used for business intelligence purposes, in financial analysis, optimizing manufacturing operations, healthcare patient diagnostics, treatment effectiveness, where you do A/B testing for drugs, customer segmentations, campaign effectiveness, fraud detection, credit risk rating, risk management, inventory management, sales forecasting, portfolio management. You name the field, you name the industry, and there is a requirement, there is an application for data analytics. So these are the mentors, the tutors that you will be having for these courses. Apart from me, we have 3 other tutors. One is Mr. Gaurav Sethi. He's a lead project manager with Air India. One is Ms. Vandana Baburao, which she's a data scientist with PwC, and Ritika Kasturi, who is also a data scientist with Wireshark. And together, we have around 40 plus years of experience amongst us, which is an immense amount of industrial experience that we bring to you through these courses. Now, question arises, why IM skills? So let me just quickly summarize it for you. Number 1, we provide interactive live training. We do not have any recorded videos. We do not have any self-learning paths. There will be live Zoom call classes like it is happening right now, with two-way communication between the teachers and the students. It will be just like you are sitting in a class, but on an online setting. So, in short, what we are doing is we are mimicking a traditional classroom setting in an online environment. Number 2, we provide end-to-end placement support. So once you finish up your course, and once you also finish up your internship, there's a project internship after the course. Once you get done with these things, we will help you for your placements. We will help you build your resume. We will conduct the resume building, interview preparation classes. We will help you prepare for the interviews. Our placement team will help you get interviews with different companies. And once you get a job through this placement drive after the course, and 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years down the line, you again want to change that job, you can still come back to our exclusive job portal access for alumni, where we have 45,000 plus strong alumni in different companies across the globe who keep posting job openings in their respective companies. And these alumni can also refer you for a job, can help you get interviews in their particular companies. And that is how you will get a placement support even after 4 or 5 or 10 years passing this course. So what we are ensuring career opportunity for lifeline. Number three, you will have lifetime access to your learning management system. Your learning management system is an online portal where you can log in and access your class recordings. Each class will be recorded. After the class, you can access those recordings. So even if you miss the class, you can go back, or whenever you have time, you can view that recording and catch up to the course. And all the study material, all the ebooks, all of this is available on your learning management system, LMS. And the best part is the access to this LMS system is live for lifetime. So it is not till the end of the course or till 1 year after the end of the course. Anytime in future, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line, you want to access something, you want to learn, go back and look at some recording or look at some tool, how is working, or you want to just, refresh yourself, you can always log into the LMS system and access all the recordings and all the study material and all the ebooks that you did during the course. Number four, direct mentorship with difficulty. As I told you, together, four of us, we bring you 40 plus years of industrial experience. We are not here to teach you, but we are here to mentor you. We will guide you how to do projects. We will give you feedback on your projects. We will help you understand the scenarios in the industry. We are not just your teachers, but we are mentors. You have any doubts, you can always come to us. If you have even some doubts about applying to a company, you can always write an email to us and we'll help you with that. We are your mentors, and we are here to ensure that you excel in the field of data analytics and data science. All right. So let's come to the two courses for which you are here, data analytics and data science. Data analytics master course is a 6 months course with hands-on practical exposure to Python, Tableau, XLR, Power BI tools, and analytical concepts in order to prepare you for what an analyst job is. A data science master course is a fairly technical course, and it is a 9 months course. And apart from the program analytical languages like Python, R, SQL, and Power BI, we will be teaching you artificial intelligence and concepts of machine learning in data science master course. Now, for data analytics master course, there is no prerequisite. So, and this goes for everyone. In a data analytics master course, you can be from any graduation background, any post graduation background. It does not matter. You can still be a data analyst. But if you're thinking in pursuing data science, then you should be either from a mathematical or a scientific or a technological background. That is a prerequisite. If you are not from a mathematical, scientific, or a technological background, then I will not advise you to join data science course because it is a more of a technically oriented job. Data scientist, data analyst is a job where you have the data, you use the tools that we teach you, and you analyze the data. So your main power is analysis, analytical thinking, and communication skill interpreting. But data scientist is the one who are creating those algorithms, who are working under behind of those tools, and they work on mathematical logic, they work on coding, intensive coding, and intensive mathematical and statistical logic. So if you want to pursue data scientist, then you should be from a scientific or a technological background. But if you're not from a scientific or technological background, I would rather say that you pursue data analytics. If you are from a scientific background but you are not interested in coding, then also you can go for data analytics. So that is the difference between data analytics and data science course, and that is how you make the decision. Now, our data analytics course was ranked #1 program by Analytics Insight, the Statesman, and the Times Now. And we are a government approved organized educational institution. That is a very big advantage how we will get to know this. So before moving further, let's quickly look at the data analytics course. What is the curriculum of that data analytics course? So number one, let's reconnect our data analytics process. The number one step was data collection, right? And most of you will be professionals, or even if you're a student, all of the data that is collected eventually ends up in an Excel format, in an Excel file, right? And that is why, and also most of the cleaning, formatting, everything usually is done in Microsoft Excel. And that is why, in order to make you proficient in the first two steps, data collection and data cleaning, we are teaching you advanced Excel and VBA. All right. After that comes data integration, data query. And 99% of the industry or the companies out there use SQL for querying, integrating, managing, and analyzing relational databases and tables. So there can be different type of SQL like Microsoft SQL, MySQL, Oracle SQL, Postgres SQL, transactional SQL, but the logic, the syntax, the statements remain the same across those SQLs. Only there is a slight difference in some syntaxes or in the user interface. But SQL on whole is standardized and the syntaxes and the queries remain the same across all different types of SQL. So in order to make you proficient in data integration process, we are teaching you SQL. Then comes the data analysis and data interpretation process. Data analysis and data interpretation, and the two most widely common languages, programming languages used for data analysis is either R or Python. Now, usually it is okay to learn one of them because your purpose is to perform data analysis and interpretation, and both of them are equally, I mean, almost equal in functionality and operations, and it can perform all type of operations, either of them. So mostly, if you know even one of them, then it is okay. All right, you can still perform efficient data analysis and interpretation. But why are we teaching you two of them? Because we are opening up for you to apply to any company that is out there. We're not limiting you to a company that is working with one of the programming languages. So you can apply to companies who are using Python, and you can also apply to companies who are using R. We are not limiting your job application to companies out there. So we are increasing your chances of getting a job after you pass out this course. After this, as you remember, comes the most important part, which is the data visualization and reporting, which is basically known as business intelligence, BI. And since it is the most important part, we are teaching you not one, not two, but three different BI tools, which is Alteryx, Tableau, and Power BI. So that you are highly proficient, highly efficient in the most important step, that is data visualization and reporting. So we are teaching you three tools, three BI tools. And it also opens up you to the wide array of job opportunities, because some companies here that are using Power BI, you can apply to them. Company that are using Tableau, you can apply to them. Companies that are using Alteryx, you can apply to them. So it opens you up to the wide array of job opportunities, and also makes you strong enough for the most important step in the data analytics process, that is reporting and visualization. All right. Now, data science course, uh, is built over data analytics, but it is something different. All right. Because it is more of a technical oriented course. Uh, there will be a foundation to data science course where you will be refreshed with your statistical concepts, your mathematical concepts, your basic machine learning and data visualization concepts will be introduced. So whatever you had done in your engineering or in your science BScs or in your mathematical, whatever you have done in your graduations, we will refresh those for you so that before we start the course, you have all those concepts in your mind so that you can understand what we are trying to teach. And after that, we will start with SQL, which is the first step of data science. Yes, data science project because SQL is required for querying data, right? Because you have to train on some form of data, you have to create the algorithm on basis of some form of data. So for that, querying and everything and managing the databases, SQL is important. And so is Power BI because you have to report interactive reporting and visualization has to be there. And Power BI focuses on data science part as well. Power BI is a very powerful BI tool which does not focus on analytics but also focuses on trends and forecasting and machine learning and data science part as well. And then, obviously, the most important tool for data scientists is Python and R programming languages. And once you learn those programming languages, we'll be teaching you basics of statistics, statistical analysis, because as a data scientist, you should be really good in statistics. So we'll be teaching you that. And then comes the actual, I would say, the actual weapon of a data scientist, which is machine learning and deep learning. Deep learning is also known as AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a bigger scope. Deep learning is one part of it. So machine learning and deep learning is something that is the most strongest weapons of data scientists, and we'll be covering that as well. And we'll teaching you different algorithms for predictive modeling, for pattern recognition. We'll tell you how to train and understand neural networks, how to recognize patterns and make predictions. Now, additionally, our course also offers some distinctive USPs. Number one, certifications. So you have a chance to earn not one, not two, but three certifications. Three certifications on your resume that will make you stand out. Number one, you will get a master's certification from IM Skills. And since we are a government approved educational institution, this master's certificate from IM Skills is accepted globally. It is accepted in global companies. Number two, after you complete the course, you will have a chance to do a project internship with one of the global companies that we have partnered with for internships. These companies are PwC, TCS, that is Tata Consultancies, and Quantium and Accenture. So one of these companies, you will have the chance to work on a project internship. And mind you, this project internship is completely remote and online. So you can have your work commitments and your personal commitments, and still will be able to do this project internship. And once you complete this project internship, you will be getting a project internship completion certificate from these companies. Either you will get a certificate from PwC or TCS or Quantium or Accenture. One of them you will get after you complete the internship. So you get a master's IM skills certification, then you get a project internship certification from a global company because all of these are MNCs as you know them. So this is a global certification you get. And then third, we help you apply and prepare for data analytics, advanced data analytics master certification from either Google or Microsoft. That is up to you. It is your choice. You can either be Google certified or Microsoft certified. And this is an advanced data analytics certification. We'll help you apply for it. We'll help you prepare for it. And once you pass the exam, you will get a data analytics Google certified or a Microsoft certified certificate. And this will definitely put you above the edge when it comes to job applications. Number two, our learning is 100% tools driven. So we are not showing you any theory or any presentation or something like that about the tools. We will sit in the class on a Zoom call, share our screen, and practically show you how that tool works and how we use that tool to do the analysis, to create graphs, to clean the data, whatever we have to do, it is 100% tool driven learning. Number three, we focus on practical learning. There are no hypothetical situations. There are no hypothetical scenarios that a monkey has 10 grapes and another monkey has two grapes, and what is the probability? No, nothing like that theoretical scenario or hypothetical scenario. We will be working on real world applications, on real world data, on how to analyze in real scope. Whatever industrial experience we pack, we will be sharing it with you, ensuring that you are job ready by the end of this course. And the fourth point is there is 24/7 support from IM Skills side. You have any doubt, you have any query, you have any admin problem, you have any fee related problem, you have any class related problem, you have any schedule related problem, whatever it is, you can always write to us. You can drop a message, drop a text, drop an email, call the admin team, and any one of us would answer to you, would be there to help you, would be there to respond to you 24/7. Now let's look at some statistics that I feel that you should know about. As I said, till now we have trained 45,000 plus students. So that automatically converts that we have a strong alumni of 45,000 plus people. Our placement ratio till now has been 81% per 100 students. That means out of 100 students, 81 students definitely getting placed. The highest salary that we have seen till now across, I mean, in both the courses, the highest CTC salary that we have seen till now is 36 lakhs Indian rupees per annum. That is, if you convert into for our participants from outside India, if you convert it to dollars, that is around for roughly around $43,000 per annum. That is the CTC salary. Now, the placement that I'm talking about, how is that possible? How we make it possible is that we have partnered with 500 plus global companies, as you can see. We have partnered with all of these companies to bring you placements. Why so much companies? Because it is not necessary that when you pass the course, there will be a job opportunity in one specific company. So wherever there is job opportunity out of any of these companies, we will get you placements there. So that is why we have increased the number to 500 plus. And you can see that this diversity of the companies that we have in Kitty, and also all of them are big global MNCs like Deloitte, Citibank, ENY, PwC, HSBC, Cognizant, FactSet, CGI, CBRE, Walmart, different fields, all of them global companies. Now, these are some of the placements that happened recently, and I wanted to share this with you. As you can see, all of them are placed at number one, global companies, and number two, diverse companies, diverse fields. Databricks is an entirely data-focused company. IBM IT Solutions, Jubilant Foodworks, FNC, F&B industry. Then Data Nest is a different, it is a different solutions industry. IDFC Bank, banking industry. Magna Finance, NBFCs, HTC, Manthan Group, ICICI Prudential Insurance Industry. So as you can see, all of these different industries, but all of them global industries. It's just to show you that the placements are diverse, but in the company that are global. So it does not limit you, even if you're sitting in certain area and you cannot leave that locality, or you cannot cannot leave your hometown for certain reasons, you can still get a job because 60% of the companies offer remote working. 60 to 70% of the companies still offer remote working when it comes to data analyst job. Some more placements. Pools and Bears is a good company. Trinity is an edtech company. So as you can see, based across diverse companies. These are some of the testimonials that students who were happy from us, you handpicked. I mean, we wanted to show you the satisfaction that we have brought to our students along with placements and along with the learning. So it's not just one of the things, it's learning and the placements. Now, these are the certifications I was talking about. It's just a glimpse of those certificates. This is the IM Skills Master Certificate, which you'll be getting after course completion. And as you can see, it is approved by Government of India, so accepted globally. It is it is a certified education institution that you are attaching yourself with. And after that, you will get a project internship certificate, either one of them, either from Tata or PwC or Accenture or Quantum. One of them you will get after completing internship. And after that, you can choose to either get a Microsoft certified data analyst like this or a Google certified data analyst like this. All right. Now, for data science, it's the same. You will have the IM skill certification. You will have internship certificates as well, which I showed in the last slide. But in case of Google and Microsoft, the certification would be a little different because it's a data science course. It will be different. So you will have a professional data science certificate from Microsoft or a professional data engineer Google Cloud certification. Now, this is just a distribution of salaries that I'm distribution of salaries that I want to discuss with you. As I told you, the highest salary that has gone is 36 lakhs Indian rupees per annum. The average salary that we see across placements is 12 lakh Indian rupees per annum. That is the average salary. So if I mean this for our candidates who are outside India, this would translate to around 13,000 US dollars per annum. That is the average salary that we see. The average salary hike that you're getting certain salary right now, the average salary hike we see is 20%. And the highest salary hike that we have seen across placements is 150%. So that amounts to that if you're getting 100,000, the after doing this course, the candidate got a salary of 250,000. So that is the highest salary hike that we have seen. The average salary hike remains at 20%. That means if you're getting 100,000 after the course, you will be getting 120,000, depending upon your experience, your field, and how you perform in the interview, obviously. All right. So that is it from my side. The podium is open for questions and answers now. If you have any doubts, any question, you can just raise your hand, unmute yourself, and ask the question, or you can write it in the chat, and me and Rohit will answer those questions. After this question and answers, Rohit will go through the administrative part of the courses. He will discuss about how the learning management system works, what is the he will show you the course, what is the course about, what are the projects you will be doing, and he will talk about the batches that we have. We have a weekday batch and weekend batch, and he will talk about the fee structure and all the administrative part of this course. So don't worry about that. He will. There is still pending some information, and Rohit will discuss that. But if you have any queries or any doubts or any questions, you are free to ask now. You can raise your hand and ask or write in the chat. Anyone who has any questions, any queries, please feel to ask. All right, AV has a question for the data analytics course. The Microsoft Google certificates are included along with IM certificates or have to be obtained separately? Yes, these are professional certificates that Microsoft and Google issue. So we have no control over it, AV. Yes, they are separate from the course. There is a separate exam fee that you have to pay, and that is directly to Google and Microsoft, not to us even. But we will help you apply for the exam. We will help you prepare for the exam. That is what we are going to do. That is included in the course. But the fee of the exam for that exam is different. It's because it's by Google and Microsoft. We have no control over the exam. But we'll definitely help you in applying for it and preparing. Srijit, NLP is covered in the data science course, and LLM will be discussed in deep learning. So yes, but basic LLM. LLM is a very vast uh, field of study, but transformers, CNNs, RNNs, neural networks, which are the basics to LLMs, that will be definitely covered in the course. And NLP, yes, will obviously be covered under machine learning. But this is only in data science course, not in data analytics course. Neelam says, actually, I am from the sales field, so I can be a data analyst. Yes, Neelam. If you do not have a technical background and your sales field is very important experience in domain for data analyst. So uh, for that, you can definitely go ahead with data analyst. It will be very helpful with the sales experience because in sales, we do certain amount of data analyst. Obviously, we are doing that. The tools are different. I mean, it's just basic Excel. I'm sure you must be collecting data in Excel and creating charts for presentations, for graphs, for what was the sales growth, what was the profit. You might already be doing that. So data analyst is just an advanced version of what you're doing, and your sales experience will obviously help you get a better job. So I think you should definitely go ahead with being a data analyst. Guys, you can unmute yourself and ask the question as well. You're free to do that.
Hi, Srijit here. I have just one.
Yes.
Do you have placement supports abroad, or is it limited to India alone?
It depends on the opportunity in the company at the time of placement, Srijit.
Okay,
It
okay,
can be remote, it can be in India, it can be abroad as well. It is something that is not in our control.
okay.
We tie up with these companies and whatever opportunities we have, we'll relate to you directly.
But you still have reach abroad as well, right?
These companies have openings, different openings, and mostly it is remote if they do not, because they have stopped. If you're particularly saying that I want a local job outside India, then I'm being very transparent. That is a very less scenario because in kind of data analytics, they are mostly still remote jobs. They do not want to bear the cost of shifting you outside.
Okay. Same city
So
as well.
if you're sitting outside, then yes, you can look at those opportunities which give you that location.
Okay. And just one more thing that I noticed in data science, I see it's like more focused on the BI tool is more focused on Power BI. I mean, Tableau is not covered and the other one is not covered. I think.
Because Tableau and Alteryx are more of Tableau is a purely charting tool. It has no functionality at all.
Okay.
Power BI is not a BI tool. It has more functionalities to it. It has data transformation functionality. It has integration of AI. It has integration of Python and SQL queries and R queries. So all of this makes Power BI a more, I would say, more than a BI tool. Tableau is just purely visualization tool. That you cannot do anything in Tableau. You cannot even change your data in Tableau.
Okay.
And Alteryx is also mostly focused on data transformation and data charting. Power BI gives you a functionality that relates to machine learning. There are a lot of machine learning um, algorithms that you can directly apply using Power BI.
Okay. And just one more thing, the certification what you mentioned, the Google certification and the Microsoft certification. So the certification cost is not covered in this course, I believe, right?
No, no, it's a separate thing
Yeah, so
because
you'll be
these exams are directly done by Google and Microsoft. We have no control over the exams. You have to pass that exam.
so you'll be giving guidances to prepare for the exam, I believe.
Yes, we'll help you apply for it. We'll help you prepare for it.
All right, all right. Okay, that clears everything for me. Thank you.
Anyone who has any other questions, please feel free to ask. The doubts and questions, the queries, if they are clear, then only you'll be able to make an informed decision, a right decision. Anyone who has any questions, any queries? Hello? Yes. Your voice is very low. Can you bring the mic closer to you or probably speak up a little? It's still very low. Uh, can you type your question in the chat? I will definitely address to it. Okay, Himanshu has a question, sir. Do we pay any type of fees for the exam and how much? Which exam are you talking about, Himanshu? All you have to pay is for Microsoft and Google exams separately. Apart from that, everything is covered in the course fee. Yes, Neelam, you have a question? Yes, the Google exam and Microsoft exam, yes, you have to pay separately. It's a separate fees. Neelam, you have a question? Okay, sorry that. All right. Anyone? Who was, yeah, Napika Polai. You can write your question, please. Anyone who has any other question, please feel free to ask, or you can type it in the chat as well. There's no problem. We will attend to your question.
Uh, he's asking that I have a doubt regarding the placement. Most of the companies hire only candidates who are completed graduate from the data analytics or data science field. She's asking that question.
Who is listening?
Uh, Polai. Polai
Okay.
is asking.
So, see, the point is that it is not necessary that that a graduation is required in that scenario. Because as I told you, analytics is something that you might be doing. You don't realize it, but you might be doing it in your previous job as well. The only difference would be that you will be not using these particular tools. Analysis can also be performed using Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint or Google Sheets or any of these tools. So analytical skill and communication skill is not relevant to your graduation, that you might always be doing that. The only thing is that now you have learned these tools. So you learn these tools through a graduation or through a certification course. I don't think that matters. What matters is that whether you have the correct knowledge, you have the right knowledge, and you show some kind of analytical skill to the interview. As I mean, we have done a lot of placements through this course recently and in past years as well. and we haven't come across a problem where the companies come and say that we only want graduates. There might be some, I'm not saying there are not at all, but that might be like two or three. But we are not limiting you to two or three companies, right? We are limiting you to a vast array of companies. So if not one, if not two, if not third, a fourth company will definitely offer you an interview. Now, it depends upon your interview, how good you are in that to convince that I am good at analytical skills and I know the tools as well. If you are able to convince that in the interview, your graduation or certification will not matter. Any other question? Anyone? Okay, Sigil has a question. During our projects, do we choose based on our interested field, for example, manufacturing interest? No, Sigil, internship works like a job. You apply for it, you interview for it, and if you're selected for that, then it is okay. But it is not like you choose, I want to do this only. It just works like that. But you will get an internship with one of the companies for sure. That is up to us to make sure. But during the time of choosing internship, you can definitely let your placement officer know that I want an internship in these companies, and they'll help you with that if possible. Are there any prerequisites for enrolling in the course like prior knowledge of programming or statistics? As I mentioned, Sunaya, um, there is no prerequisite for data analytics course. But for actually, I would say for data analytics course, there are two prerequisites. A, you should have analytical skills and you should have good communication skills. That is for data analytics. But for data science course, I would rather say yes, you have a strong prerequisite that either you're from a scientific background or from a technological background. Then only you pursue a data science course. No, Srijit, the internship is not covered between the course time frame. It is after the course time frame. So the course time frame is 9 months, and after that you'll have a project internship either for a month or for 2 months, maximum 2 months, but at least a month. Anyone who has any other question? I think Rohit, you can continue with the other details.
I have
Yes, yes,
posted in
Bolai.
the chat
Yes,
box.
yes. I answered your question.
Sorry, your voice was not audible before.
Is my voice okay?
Yeah, it is okay now.
Yes. What was your question? Can you tell us again, please?
If internship is provided, do I need to leave my current job
No,
for that?
no, no, no. It is a
Nothing.
remote online internship,
Okay.
so you can still do it along with the job. That is not an issue.
Okay. Thank you.
Finish with this Zoom meeting. Hello.
Yeah, Jatin sir, you are audible.
Yes, Rohit, you can continue.
Okay.
You can mute everyone, Rohit, once before starting.
Yeah, please ask it out.
All right, Rohit, I think you can take over. If someone has any question, I'm here available. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. Details. So now I'll be showing you the LMS, the student portal, how it looks like. So I'll be presenting my screen. Just give me a second. Mm. Hello, is my screen visible to everyone? Just quick yes in the quick chat section. Okay, all right, guys. So this is LMS portal, learning management system, or you can say student portal. So here you will be getting the class recordings of every batch, or you will be getting the assignments, projects, everything over here only, and you can watch your course progress as well. So you can see over here the course progress either here, and apart from this, you will be getting the recordings of the every class, whether it is weekend batch or weekday batch. Okay, and you'll be getting the assignments and projects uploaded to be uploaded here only, and you can see this is the LMS portal. Okay, so now we'll be moving to the batch upcoming batches. So we have two upcoming batches, that is weekend batch and weekday batch. Weekend batch is starting from the 13th of the October. The every Saturday and Sunday it will be, and it will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. according to Indian Standard Time. Okay, and the weekday batches will be on every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. according to Indian Standard Time. The weekday batch is starting from the 17th of the October. Okay, so we have these two batches, and you can enroll in these whichever suits you. Okay, and apart from this, the access of the LMS portal will be for lifetime. You can access this for the lifetime, and for registration process, I'll be guiding you. So the total fees of the course is 49,000 plus 900 plus 18% GST is there, which comes out to be total 58,882 rupees. Okay, and you can pay in the three modes, whether you can go for the one-time payment, or you can go for the 3 months no cost EMI through credit card. And third option is you can go for the 7 months no cost EMI. That is with the Bajaj Finserv. We have a tab with the Bajaj, so you can go for the 7 months EMI also. Okay, and if I'll talk about the data science course fee, the total fees for the data science is 64,900 plus 18% GST is there, which comes out to be total 76,582 rupees. Okay, and in this also, you can pay either in the 6 months no cost EMI through credit card, or you can go for the 12 months no cost EMI through Bajaj Finserv. Okay. For the people living outside of India cannot access for the Bajaj EMI and the credit card EMI. They can go for the either for the full payment, and for an other option they can contact with their counselors as well. Okay. So do you have anybody? Do you have any doubt regarding the course details or regarding the batch? Hello. Okay.
Hi,
Hello.
this is Aditi.
Yeah, please.
Hear me? Yeah. I just wanted to know if we go for a weekday option, but one of the days is not feasible for me, um, I can go for the recording, right? So is there a problem if we miss a particular day, the live session?
No. You can go for the recording as well. If you miss any classes, you can go for the recording. There is no issues if you miss any of the classes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other doubts?
Mm.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, please ask.
Yeah, the concern is the payment for those of us that is outside your own region. Not being able to access the spread of payment for up to 7 time, only having one time payment. So how do we cope?
For other payment option, you can connect with your respective counselor. They will guide you how you can go for the that is part payment option. There is option you can connect with the counselors. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts? Yeah, you can clear your doubts outside of the doubt classes as well. You will be getting the trainers' email IDs and everything so that you can connect with the trainers over the mail, or you we will be scheduling the doubt session as well apart from the class schedule, apart from the classes. Any other doubts? Okay. All right. So I hope everybody has enjoyed today's session, and I hope it was a great learning experience for all of you. So there is something that I would like to mention, since everybody has given their precious time to attend this today's session. So I'm going to provide all of you demo participants with a 10% discount on a full payment, so you can get the course at a discounted prices. So I'll be sharing the link for the discount price. So just a second, I'll be sharing the link for the discounted price link. So I have shared the discounted price link over here. The total piece is 58,882 rupees for the data analytics. For You will be getting a 10% discount for attending this demo session. So if you want to avail this opportunity, till you can go to this link and you can make payment. Because this link is valid for next 3 hours only. So after 12 a.m. The link will expire. So if you want to avail this opportunity, you can avail this. And I think if you have any doubt, you can connect with the respective counselors. So I think you have enjoyed this session. So we'll end this session. So if you have any doubt, just connect with your respective counselors. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.